Shoot, 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 shoot. Don't shoot the messenger. Scratched my back up. I think I'm bleeding. I feel like Carson, I'm bleeding. Man, I bet I'm bleeding. Before we jump into this, I just want to make sure you do this. Subscribe. Go and subscribe. You don't subscribe, it's cool. I mean, I'm gonna let you watch this video, and then like I ain't gonna stop you. I ain't even making you pay for it, and then just go and subscribe. Okay? Because the more comfortable I get with this camera, you gonna wish you had subscribed a long time ago. Just saying. Hey y'all, so thank you for coming back to my channel and watching, and thank you for subscribing if you subscribed last time, and thank you for hitting that bell if you did that too. Oh, shout out to you guys. Y'all will be those MVPs that I need on my team. Today is going to be part 1 of the Truth series that I told you guys about last week. Shortly after putting that video up, I was talking to some people, and they were like, you know, girl, your hair looks good. Like, what are you using? How do you keep it so healthy? And I was like, healthy is one of those trick words where how do you know it's healthy? When you look up the definition of damaged, you find that it is when it no longer functions, or it's no longer excuse me, functions properly. So those two words are something that can be viewed very differently by different people. I think I'm proud of the progress that I have made as a person with hair on my head. Okay, and I mean that just plain, like, just like that, because when it comes to doing my own hair, I don't usually put as much thought into it as I do when dealing with my client. I think about it, but I don't think too hard about it. As people wonder how I color it so much. They're like, oh, you color your hair so much, girl. Like, how in the world do you put up? Like, how you maintaining your hair? Well, I don't color it that often. I really don't. What I do is I retone my hair. Also, the colors that I use they're semi-permanent, but what they are is direct dyes that you put on top of pre-lightened hair. So as you shampoo it, it will fade, and the colors will definitely change, and they will shift, and sometimes you get shifted into another color that you may or may not really be feeling. So I had blonde. My blonde toner began to wear off.
That we will have a video about blondes, by the way, because they are not just the answer.
My cat just grabbed my arm like he scared crap out of me. So my blonde shifted from like a nice, pretty, almost, well, yeah, like an ashed, beigey, pretty, champagne-y to a yellowish type of situation. And I was like, okay, look, that's not really what I'm on right now. I was not trying to keep up with retoning that blonde all the time like I was gonna have to. So I was like, let's just go gray, and we'll add a little bit of blue in, we'll add some purples in, and make it fun for me. So I then decided, let's do this. So I did that, and then as it faded, I was like, well, let's go to another color. What's something that'll easily probably adhere to this blue base that I've already set into my hair? Well, mint green was sitting there on the shelf, and I was like, let me try that. Let's just go with it. Let's see what happens. So we did that, and not like you can see much of the mint green in this lighting nor this bun, but we're gonna talk about this bun in a minute. So that's one of those things that I do to keep my hair healthier, whereas from here to here, I have not lightened my hair anymore. The last time it was lightened, I'm not sure if I mentioned in this video yet, but September. So here it is, February. So we're talking October, November, December, January, February. 5 months, no lightener. As the color fades, just retoning the lightened parts. So other than that, I don't put much heat on my hair. I typically will shampoo, blow dry, flat iron it in the wintertime, especially because it's cold outside. I don't like walking out with wet hair. Don't have time to wait on it to dry. All of that kind of thing. I typically will straighten it And then I don't put any more heat on it for probably the 2 weeks, sometimes 3 weeks, because right now I'm about to go into a 3rd week of unwashed hair. Don't judge me.
Because y'all do it too.
That is one of the things that I can say helps me out with my hair. I don't mess with it a lot. I let it be comfortable. I'm not going to stress myself about the hair, and I'm not going to stress my hair about me. So the bun is up here. It is not super slick tight. It was the other day. It was a little bit flatter the other day. But since then, I brushed out that gel that was in my hair and put it on top of my head because I've been planning to shampoo my hair, and I just literally have not had the time. Typically, I put these buns up, and this is like so loose. Like, if you can tell, this is not very, very tight. Like, that's not much tension. When you do buns like this and you put too much tension on them, you can cause breakage. So there's the answer to one of the questions that I was also asked. Do you have breakage? I don't usually experience much breakage. Shedding. Yes, your hair is supposed to shed. You're supposed to shed anywhere between 45 strands a day and 110. So depending on what type of hair you have, what type of scalp you have,
what type of life you have, what type of products you have, what type of brush you have, what type of kids you have, what type of car you drive, what type of job you have.
All of that makes a big difference in how much your hair is going to shed. My hair sheds, and I don't count my strands, but I can, when it's time to shampoo my hair, it seems like it sheds more. And I think a lot of people can agree with that. I've witnessed that with my hair, and hey, this is all about what I do with mine, right? So the truth about my healthy hair. Technically, some people would see my hair in its wet form and say, oh, your hair is damaged. And you would be right, because I have lightened my hair a good bit. The last time we lightened it, I had to let it sit on for quite some time. And I remember thinking like, oh my goodness, this is going to be forever. But thanks to some preventative products, my hair did not fall apart. It did not get like mushy and disintegrate. And yes, the curls did drop, and I dropped to like a wave. But in a couple of shampoos, my curls were bouncing back. But are they as tight as they would be if I had never lightened it? Of course not. They're not that tight. Also, if I was not flat ironing my hair, my curls would be tighter. But the reality is I do that, and I'm no longer letting that stress my life like I used to. And if I decide in the summer that I want my curls to be perfectly even again, I'll just cut it off and start again. I mean, it's just hair, and I understand that, and that's the life that I live. But if you don't live that life, I understand. If you find that damaging and you want to cut that off, that's fine too. But if you decide you want to be like me and live with a little heat damage until you're ready to cut it, or until you're ready to switch your style up, honey, do what's best for you. Let your hair be comfortable. Let you be comfortable, because it's not going to grow in a stressed environment. It's not going to be healthy in a stressed environment. And you are your hair's environment, by the way. So if you don't set the goals for it, hey, everybody else will. And do you really want everybody else telling you what to do with your hair? So that's all that is to me and my hair. I did this video like 3 or 4 times for y'all because I was being real petty. And then at the end, I ended up doing it looking like this and sitting in this chair like this with no kind of good posture. But it's the truth. So, hey, see you guys on the next video. Thank you.